the heartbreaking fight that forever alters boxing. Introduction. Boxing matches are among the few sporting events that can compete with the sheer drama and emotional intensity that they bring to the table. Two warriors enter the ring, putting their bodies and minds to the ultimate test in the pursuit of glory, honor, and the chance to prove themselves as the best. However, not all bouts in the sport of boxing are remembered only for the athleticism or spectacle they displayed. The tragic events that took place inside the squared circle have left an indelible mark on the memories of some people throughout history. Today, we will relate the story of one such battle, a competition that went beyond the norms of sport, a bout that irrevocably changed the path that boxing would take in the years to come. Come with us as we explore deeper into the riveting story that lies before us. Act 1. Setting the stage. Our narrative starts in the early 1980s, during a period in which boxing was at the pinnacle of its popularity as a sport. In particular, the heavyweight class was endowed with a wealth of talent that captivated the imagination of fans all over the world. But at the same time as this boxing renaissance was taking place, a young boxer from the United Kingdom was getting ready to leave his stamp on the sport. Davey was not the most physically intimidating boxer, nor did he possess the brute force that so frequently defines the heavyweight division. Despite these shortcomings, Davey was successful in his career as a heavyweight boxer. Instead, he was renowned for his dogged determination, his unflinching spirit, and a heart that seemed to pump nothing but sheer bravery. Davey's climb through the ranks was nothing short of meteoric, and it culminated in a championship chance against the champion at the time, a formidable fighter by the name of James the Bulldozer Sullivan. Davey lost the bout. The conditions were perfect for a confrontation that held the potential to be unforgettable, a time-honored clash between an unstoppable force and an unmovable object. Act 2. The Clash of Titans. It was finally time for the fight, and the atmosphere was charged with excitement. It had been years since the boxing world had witnessed a title fight that was anticipated with such fervor. Davey entered the fight as a determined underdog, while Sullivan, the defending champion, radiated an air of invincibility as he stood in the center of the ring. The opening few rounds of the battle lived up to the anticipation that had been building up. Davey used his speed and agility to dodge the onslaught that was being delivered by Sullivan, who was throwing devastating power punches. Sullivan, on the other hand, was throwing them. The game was so exciting that spectators were on the verge of jumping out of their chairs. As the battle went on, Davey's tenacity became more and more apparent. In spite of being struck repeatedly, he refused to give up and stay down. He kept coming back, landing accurate counterpunches that caught Sullivan off guard and earned him respect among boxing fans and professionals alike. Act 3. The tragic turn, however. As the fight progressed into the championship rounds, a terrible accident occurred. Sullivan delivered a stunning uppercut in the 10th round, which landed flush on Davey's chin and knocked him out. After collapsing to the ground, Davey appeared to lose consciousness. As first responders poured into the arena, the astonished crowd went completely silent. The situation with Davey was really serious. After sustaining a major head injury, it was abundantly evident that he would no longer be able to pursue a career in boxing. Everyone was suddenly confronted with the horrific reality of the situation. Davey's purpose in life and his sense of himself had been shaped by his participation in sports, but those things were suddenly taken away. Act 4. The aftermath. The events that transpired in the days and weeks that followed caused Davey's narrative to garner the attention of people all around the world. The terrible results of his battle with Sullivan provoked introspection among boxing fans and professionals alike. It was brought to people's attention that there were concerns regarding the safety of the sport, the responsibilities of the promoters and regulators, and the toll that the sport took on the fighters, who frequently came from less fortunate homes. The events surrounding Davey's case became a rallying cry for social change. The movement to improve fighters' access to better medical testing and insurance coverage, in addition to strengthening safety measures, gathered pace. Despite his physical limitations, Davey himself became a symbol of resiliency and hope for others. He devoted his entire life to protecting the well-being of boxers of the future by tirelessly raising awareness about the dangers and concessions that are inherent to this sport. He was a pioneer in the field. Act 5. Legacy and redemption. The legacy of Davy continued to develop as the years went by. He became a guiding light for others who wanted to become combatants and a constant reminder of the precarious nature of human existence. His narrative inspired many involved in boxing to consider the principles that should be prioritized above all else in the sport. Significant changes were made in boxing, with a greater emphasis placed on the combatant's safety and general well-being as a result of these changes. The tragic loss of Davy served as a driving force behind significant reforms that finally made the sport better for future generations. In the world of sports, where triumph and tragedy often intertwine, the story of the heartbreaking fight that forever altered boxing is a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made by athletes in pursuit of their dreams. Davy's journey, his unwavering spirit, and his dedication to improving the safety of the sport have left an indelible mark on boxing. As we remember this remarkable tale, we invite you to subscribe, like, and share this video to help spread awareness of Davy's legacy and the importance of safeguarding the well-being of athletes in all sports. Together, we can honor his memory and continue the conversation about the transformative power of resilience, advocacy, and change. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the heart of boxing history.